Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Hadidi Makeover. So for today we are going to be doing something different, something more. From the thumbnail, guys, I don't think I've ever done something like this on this channel before, but the makeup for today is going to be a full glam with colors and all that. So if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're a new subscriber, if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and also comment. We do makeup and turban tutorials every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so you can hit the notification bell and get notified anytime I upload a new video. So starting off, I'm going to be toning her face or hydrating her skin with the Miscella cleansing water. Using that to clean her face is like a toner. In my previous makeup video I uploaded, it's there. I explained more on this Miscella water thing. So I'm going to be brushing her brows. Before I do her brows, I'm going to be setting it with my powder, making sure the brows are matte. You don't want the face to be oily or wet from the hydration of this Miscella water. You want to make sure the brows are dried and mattified. You can either use the Pond's face mattifier or oil control, or you can use your powder to just do that. So I used powder here. I'm going to be using the Davis brow pencil number 18 to draw her brows. So as you can see, I outlined the brows first, and then I'll be filling in the brows using the pencil and going in light strokes. Then I'll be using the my favorite brow tint, my brow tint that is not named, but the brow tint that I use, it's called the Huix Beauty Fashion Beauty. I can't remember. I know this brow tint is from China, but I don't know. So it's a random brow gel I just bought from the market, and it's very good. So I'll be using, after that I'll be using the brow tint on her brows, and going in with the Ferrarucci concealer. I'll be using a very light shade to do her brow bone. I want this look to be bold. I want it to be very detailed. That is why I'll be using a very light shade. Shade is like 3 shades lighter than her skin tone. So I'll be using that on her brow bone, and then I'll be using the lagirl concealer in the shade Fawn to do the inner and the outer part of her brows. So after I'm done outlining the brows, cleaning the brows with the concealer, I'm going to be using my blending brush to blend that out. So I'm going to be using the brow pencil to outline very well, and then I'll move on to my moisturizer. I'll be using the Cetaphil moisturizer to moisturize her skin. I told you guys I jump to moisturizer only. I don't use primer. If it's necessary, I use a face primer. I feel like I just find this process very easy to do. So whenever if my skin is well hydrated and I feel she has a dry skin, I just move on to the face spray. I just jump into the moisturizer and then use it like that, then foundation. So I want her skin to be well hydrated because I want the makeup to sit pretty well. I'll be using the Kiss Beauty setting spray. I'll be spraying that all over her face. Then after that I'll be using the beauty blender to press that in because I want it to settle perfectly on her skin. So yeah, As you can see, after pressing that in, I'll be doing the upper part of her brows. I'll be using the lagirl concealer in the shade Fawn, liquid concealer in the shade Fawn, to do her eyebrows, to clean the upper part of her brows rather. So after you are done with applying your concealer, you want to make sure you blend out the outer part so it doesn't look too heavy around that area. So I'll be going in with the foundation, the Kalifa foundation in the shade Biscuit and Mango, because she has this color that is all in between each other. So I'll be using the shade Mango and Biscuit to do her face. So as you can see, guys, look at this foundation coverage. God, like this foundation, let me keep quiet, but yeah, you can see for yourself. See the coverage. I'll just go over it with my beauty blender. The skin is well hydrated, so your foundation should sit pretty and perfectly. So I'm going to be, can you see this? See the coverage, guys? So I'll be blending the foundation smoothly, and yeah. So after I'm done blending, I'm going to be moving on to highlighting. I'll be doing a liquid highlight, which I always do. So I'll be highlighting her face using the lagirl concealer in the shade Creamy Beige. I'll be using that on the high point of her face, under her eyes, the bridge of her nose, her forehead, and also on her cupid bow, and then on her chin. After applying all of this, I'm going to be using my beauty blender to blend that out. And also, if you're blending your highlights, you want to make sure you get to the edges. What I do is I blend the inner part, then move my hand outside gently, and then blend smoothly. So can you see this? You want to make sure you blend very well. You want to blend the edges so it doesn't show any difference between the highlight and the main face. Can you see this? So after I'm done with this, I want to be contouring her nose. I will be contouring her nose using a little bit, like one shade darker than her skin tone, to contour the side of her nose. To make her nose look more thinner and slimmer rather. After I'm done with my contour, I'm going to be using the airspun setting powder to set her face. So I'll be applying that under her eyes, on the bridge of her nose, the forehead, the cupid bow, and also on her chin. So I'm going to be touching a little bit on her eyebrows. What I do is mostly I do this just to make sure the brows are mattified still. The brows are already dry, but I like doing this. I like touching my eyebrows with setting powder. So I'll be using this a darker shade of powder to contour her cheekbones, to contour the hollows of her cheeks, rather, just to give the face a little bit of a lift. Then I'll be using one shade lighter than her skin tone to do the reverse contour. I'll be using a powder brush to do that. I'll be going in with the Lady V Planet Cosmetics blush palette in Girls Night Out. I'll be using that to do her blush. I'll be using, can you just see, just look at the colors I'm touching. What I do is I sweep all over the blush and then boom, I use it. So yeah, I'll be setting the whole face using a shade of powder. So pardon me guys, I joined a live video on Instagram, so my assistant was there just trying to make a video on that. This video was not a live video, but I just decided to do a live video that day, and a colleague of mine also joined the video and we were talking together as I was doing the makeup. So what I'm doing now is I am adding another layer of setting powder, because I know I'll be using an eyeshadow that is matte and also very colorful, very dark. I don't want it to fall on her skin, so I am using the setting powder to serve as a shield for my eyeshadow fallout. So if the eyeshadow falls on this, it will be easier for me to just brush it off with my powder. So I'm going to be using the Hush Beauty Nigeria eyeshadow palette in there. I don't really know the name of this shade, but I know this Hush Beauty powder palette, the Hush Beauty Nigeria Cosmetics. I'll be using that for her eyes. So this eyeshadow is a matte eyeshadow. I'll be using the matte dark green eyeshadow. Then I'll be using the Zikel X Lydia Stanley burnt orange eyeshadow from the palette to blend my transition in, and then I'll use a powder to set the highlights of the brow bone. So the other eyes is done. I am just taking the excess setting powder, the one I used as a shield. There are eyeshadow fallout because I am working with a green matte eyeshadow, so I just brush that off. I'll be using my favorite mascara, guys. This mascara is cheap and also very affordable. It's affordable actually. If it's cheap, that means it's affordable. So I'm going to be using this mascara on her lashes. Then I'll be using the Zikel eyeliner gel to do her eyelining, and then I'll be using the Wing Eyelashes Nigeria as her lashes in Elsa, the shade, the eyelashes I'm using is in Elsa. So let's see. Boom, can you see how beautiful her eyes are looking? If you love this look, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up now, and if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. Let's create magic, guys. So as you can see, this is the lips. I'll be doing the lips now. I'll be using my brow gel to draw the outer part of the lips. I'll be applying that as the outer part of the lips, like that's this dark brown shade. Then I'll be going in with the classic nude, natural nude, and the classic lips in cocoa bean to do the transitioning of the lips. So just watch how beautiful her lips is going to turn out. I decided to make her lips a little bit fuller to complement the look. Who loves the lips, guys? This lips is so beautiful. You need to see it. Camera is not doing justice to these lips. So after that, I'm going to be using my Master Chrome bronzer, Master Chrome Glow bronzer. I can't raise up the bronzer because it's all shattered. Like, can you see how it looks? It's all shattered everywhere. It's just looking even when I was using it, it kept falling off, and that was how I just managed to use it. And I will not throw it away because I love this bronzer very well. Can you see how it's making her skin look like glass? So I'm going to be using that. Then let's see how it's close. So moving on, I'll be using a shade of powder to set the whole face now. So you see how everything sits perfectly. So after that, I'm going to be using the same setting spray I used before, the Kiss Beauty setting spray. I'll be spraying that all over her face, and then I'll go over her face again with that bronzer. I'm going to be going in with the glow, the Master Chrome Glow. I'll be using that on her again. Can you see? I just want it to pop very well, and that is the idea. This is another tip for today. If you watch my videos to the end, you will know what I mean. I do drop 1 or 2 tips. I have dropped this tip on another video, but watching how detailed this is now. So after spraying the face, you want to come in with your glow and then just spray it all over the face, your glow, and just apply it on the cheekbones. It's going to give you that extra glow. So look at, I am just smudging under the eyes using the same green eyeshadow and the burnt orange shade I used for transitioning. I'll be smudging under her eyes so that the eyes look smoked out. So guys, if you love this makeup, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. The top band tutorial for this look is going to be coming up next on Thursday, inshallah. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment. This is Hadidi Makeovers once again. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys next on Thursday. Bye.